I don't think people understand the true scale of the US national debt crisis. Welcome to Entrepreneurial Edge. If you find this video insightful, please like and subscribe to our channel. The US national debt is a huge problem. It's bigger than a big problem. It's like a giant, scary monster made of money, and it's hiding under your bed. Except it's not under your bed. It's in the government's budget, and it's gobbling up taxpayer dollars faster than a room full of hungry hippos at a buffet. As of 2025, the national debt has soared past $30 trillion. That's trillion with a T. It's a number so big it's hard to even imagine. To put it in perspective, if you stack that much money in dollar bills, it would reach to the moon and back multiple times. This mountain of debt has serious consequences. It limits the government's ability to invest in things like education, infrastructure, and scientific research. It also makes the US more vulnerable to economic shocks. So, what can be done? Some people believe that Elon Musk, the billionaire entrepreneur behind Tesla and SpaceX, might have some answers. But can he really solve a problem as big and complex as the national debt? Let's dive in. The national debt has been a growing issue for decades, with each administration grappling with how to manage it. From wars to economic recessions, various factors have contributed to its exponential growth. Economists and financial experts have proposed numerous solutions, ranging from cutting government spending to increasing taxes. Balancing the budget is a delicate act, requiring careful consideration of both spending and revenue. Public opinion is divided, with some advocating for more government intervention and others calling for fiscal restraint. The US national debt also has global implications, affecting international markets and relations. As the world's largest economy, the US plays a crucial role in global financial stability. Time is of the essence. The longer the debt grows, the harder it becomes to manage. Future generations will inherit this burden, making it imperative to find sustainable solutions now. Innovative thinking and collaborative efforts are essential to tackle this monumental challenge. While the road ahead is daunting, there is hope that with the right strategies, the US can overcome this crisis. Together, we can work towards a more stable and prosperous future. The US national debt crisis, a challenge we must face. The roots of the problem: spending, inefficiency, and rising rates. These issues are deeply intertwined and have been building up over the years, creating a complex web of financial challenges. Before we get to Elon, let's talk about how we got into this mess. The national debt has been growing steadily, and it's not just a recent phenomenon. It's been a long time coming, with various administrations contributing to the problem. The national debt is like a bathtub that's overflowing. Imagine a bathtub where the water keeps rising, and no one is turning off the taps. This is the situation we find ourselves in today. There are three main faucets that are adding to the problem, each one contributing significantly to the overflow. Faucet number one: unmanageable debt growth. The debt is growing at an unsustainable rate, and it's becoming increasingly difficult to manage. The government is spending more money than it's taking in. This imbalance is a major factor in the growing debt crisis. This is like leaving the water running in the bathtub without putting in the plug. The water keeps flowing, and the tub keeps filling up, with no end in sight. Faucet number two: government inefficiency. Inefficiency within government programs is another major contributor to the problem. Government programs are often inefficient and wasteful. Resources are not being used effectively, leading to unnecessary expenses and delays. It's like trying to fill a bathtub with a leaky bucket. No matter how much water you pour in, it never seems to fill up because of the leaks. Faucet number three: rising interest rates. Interest rates have been on the rise, adding another layer of complexity to the debt issue. The government has to pay interest on its debt. As interest rates go up, the cost of servicing this debt also increases. When interest rates go up, the cost of servicing the debt increases. This means more money is needed just to pay the interest, leaving less for other essential services. Imagine someone turning up the water pressure on that already overflowing bathtub. The situation becomes even more dire, with the risk of flooding becoming imminent. These three factors have combined to create a perfect storm of debt. The interplay between spending, inefficiency, and rising rates has led to a financial crisis that is difficult to navigate. And it's going to take a lot more than a plumber to fix it. Addressing these issues will require comprehensive reforms and a concerted effort from all stakeholders involved. The Elon Musk approach: first principles, cost-cutting, and tech. Elon Musk is known for his unconventional thinking and his ability to disrupt industries. He's not afraid to challenge the status quo and find new ways of doing things. But can he apply his methods to something as complex and entrenched as the federal government? Musk's approach is based on three key principles. First principles thinking. This means breaking down problems to their fundamental elements and then building up solutions from scratch. Instead of just accepting things the way they are, Musk asks, why does it have to be this way? Radical cost cutting. Musk is a firm believer in efficiency and frugality. He's constantly looking for ways to do more with less. Leveraging technology. Musk sees technology as a key driver of progress. He believes that technology can be used to solve some of the world's biggest problems, including the national debt. While these principles have served Musk well in the business world, applying them to the government will be a whole new ballgame. The federal government is a massive, complex entity with layers of bureaucracy and regulations that have been built up over decades. Changing the way it operates is no small feat. However, Musk's track record of innovation and his relentless pursuit of efficiency could offer some valuable lessons. For instance, his work at SpaceX has shown that it's possible to dramatically reduce costs in industries that were previously thought to be immune to such changes. By questioning every assumption and focusing on the core principles, Musk has managed to achieve what many thought was impossible. If he were to apply the same level of scrutiny and innovation to the federal government, who knows what could be achieved? It would certainly be an interesting experiment, and one that could potentially lead to significant improvements in how the government operates. But it would also require a willingness to challenge deeply entrenched interests, and a commitment to seeing the process through, no matter how difficult it might be. In the end, whether or not Musk's approach could work in the government is an open question, but it's one worth exploring. Musk's targets defense, healthcare, bureaucracy, and energy. If Elon Musk were tasked with tackling the national debt, where would he start? Based on his track record and public statements, here are some areas he might target. Defense spending. The US spends more on defense than any other country in the world. Musk might question whether this level of spending is necessary and look for ways to make the military more efficient. Healthcare system. The US healthcare system is incredibly complex and expensive. Musk might advocate for a more streamlined and technology-driven approach to healthcare. Administrative costs. The government is notorious for its bureaucracy and inefficiency. Musk might seek to streamline government operations and reduce administrative costs. Energy subsidies. Musk is a strong proponent of renewable energy. He might push for reducing or eliminating subsidies for fossil fuels. These are just a few examples, but they illustrate how Musk's unconventional thinking could shake up the status quo in Washington. Government gridlock. Can Musk's methods break through? While Musk's ideas might sound good on paper, implementing them in the real world will be a monumental challenge. The US government is a complex and often dysfunctional beast. Here are some of the obstacles Musk would face. The government is full of rules, regulations, and red tape. This can make it difficult to get things done quickly and efficiently. There are many powerful groups and individuals who benefit from the status quo. They will likely resist any attempts to change the system. Government moves at a glacial pace. It can take years, even decades, to implement major changes. Musk is used to operating in a fast-paced, results-oriented environment. The slow and cumbersome nature of government could be incredibly frustrating for him. Political willpower. Even if Elon Musk could overcome the bureaucratic hurdles, there's one major obstacle he can't control: political will. Solving the national debt crisis requires making tough choices and enacting unpopular policies. Politicians, who are often more concerned with getting re-elected than making difficult decisions, may be reluctant to take the necessary steps. Without the support of Congress and the president, even the most brilliant ideas are doomed to fail. A long road ahead. The US national debt is a complex and daunting problem. There are no easy solutions. While Elon Musk's innovative thinking could potentially offer some valuable insights, it's important to remember that he's not a magician. Solving this crisis will require a concerted effort from policymakers, business leaders, and everyday citizens. It will involve making tough choices, embracing new technologies, and perhaps most importantly, finding the political will to act. The road ahead will be long and challenging, but the future of the US economy depends on us finding a way forward. Disclaimer. This video is intended for entertainment and informational purposes only, and should not be construed as financial or political advice. Thank you for watching Entrepreneurial Edge. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe to our channel for more content.